Kwaba about decision time election 2020 and ye de ho nsem ebro live or Despite Media. You're live on UTV or Ship House Abeka Junction. You're across Despite Media platforms now. Hello FM ewo Kumasi, OK FM ewo Nkran, Neat FM and a Peace 104.3. Ebusia for exam makwaba bio ye numbers in Ghana for opepedun soon 17 million Ghanaians and omo course wo mo kwakoto aba. Ye guso Ghana for a decide tine friend decision time. MPs ni bebre atoto amo mo nkonwa no asan akonichi akofiri baabi a esan eba ye seat ni bebre asan akọ ebisu ekọ mani mebisu geni seat no se de etie bia no ento ase ade ensan kochi na ho mache de na decision time se de akọ akosie nyina no ye de nyina ato manim ya fra me vim lady efia poku na me mperifo akese ena wo studio an ma ye be analysis predictions no ade baabi a ye kire wo se nkofo beluzu nkofo luzu ye nyina Ghana for no sabre e wo se ye de nsem kese ekunkon ne de Ghana abaso sanse almighty America United States of America koto aba basa esi ye no enye ne Ghana die ye hu nkofo ano mo de revolver etua kese akogu ka mu a mo de ko voting centers for America Pennsylvania e ko check nkofo mbe omo kenkan vote no ye chewo mo Ghana ya to aba udi Ghana ba bia ka bomu a largely ya ade boni bia nsi basa bia nsi we HS Ghana democracy ekonanim ya ni mpanifo twetwe nkomane ya ntwe baabi a ensem no ekopie ye de ba ye ne de ba ye be parties akese mienu na ehwedical presidential race ni mu a chetosho number 1 on the ballot o mampani His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Ekufuado na afi number 2 on the ballot His Excellency Kane mampani John Dramani Mahama number 2 on the ballot o mu mienu na ehwedical parties na aka ni nyina behwe analysis no the two rejected ballots kwa na ekonanim education na ncheche ne yenye anase yana ya so odin na they are very interesting with 2020 about one penal lawyer TK ka say be say about bia ne say ne nisu ene ne ban etie enti wadin ye so wini na no enti ube wini we ya wasombe ye hye de make say MPs bebre kpokpo bribri acheche wo makonwa na tetie gu simple kwa Ashanti region NDC enya 3 seats e wa Ashanti region chairman wuntumi na so be ye hye anadwi wanhwe ya anadwi omampani His Excellency na nado be first hey chairman wuntumi ye study e wo ho ye the details be baby de ntia Ashanti region chairman wuntumi na so e be ye hye no na wunim ade aba kwa MPP fo so aye comfortable sesi ya wo magene ye wo so wo ma wini ye de ye call election bia o because wo munim so wo strong go there Ashanti region ma wini Ashanti region NDC are comfortable voter region almost strong good omo winning voter region na kwhwe margin NDC dey biem voter region ya be hwe constituency bia wo se ye nyina dey ani koso asonwase honorable Muntaka Mubra constituency no wa biem margin baya wo hwe kwan ya da presidential omampani nanado ene Muntaka Mubra utumi se ekwan kakraka ene dem ya be hwe interesting seats nkofo bi omu lose ye omasan ba bieu Doma yebeko Deputy Minister for Defense Yeradero we lose ni seat yebeyo Ahmed Ibrahim Bana ukai registration enipekum kra bepie ho no mobi ehwe no kwa registration ho we winning the seat no very small margin and also manso aba ho de but certified results science aka chese we winning seat no yebeko other area to say yabaga kubori ni akwa kohwe say MPP for regain sa seat no yebeko Cape Coast honorable Aisha lose ni seat no skirt and blouse appear mo ho Honorable Ricket constituency skirt and blouse another one appear all the analysis Professor Ransford Jampo a senior lecturer Department of Political Science University of Ghana Legon ha say sanso and openikese o chade Central University Miocho eso hanum Dr. Oche Ankra eso hanum ni nyina ye behwe na anu anajo kwasiada na ye vigilant na ye sipe no ye analysis bi chemu constituencies ankofo beluzu constituency ankofo ebe wini ye kan na ebinum say na mo ye NDC MPP agenda constituencies bebre eluzu ye be cheche ni nyina mu amonya ate ensem na ma ma akwa babio live ewo UTV Despite Media ni ene ye de ensem no ebro mpedifo ma ma akwa ba emra ye live coverage a ye no mo sleep free kwasiada ebesi sabre em say this ye compensation bi ema mo yire no say de hijack mu but omo nim say ye adwuma omo adwuma ene ye Professor Jampo me share say for so far the conduct of elections said you could do for ebo abaso say eniema ba ko mienu bi na ankoye ti say odododo ani pasre afem akoshe wo monko generally elections no saying
I think generally aye papa aye sene na yepe even though yenya 1 2 3 eniema bi a esisi a ankoye bibi a etututo ekoba ho ne obi a oye se nka ofa ballot paper ede edwane na fe press conference after upon press conference state the various party positions on the election na so for ebinum antie nsem bia ebinum kekan ya na say omo ye akọọlụ election na nesa anso ye nyina ye nim say the constitutionally mandated body to declare election results no electoral commission enti no eno no ho no enhye dankoyi. But generally in a transitional democracy, in a developing democracy like Ghana, say timi to aba na say basis abre yada so ejina ho in our statehood and basis abre basabasa ebia enhye da NC orchestrated violence and I say basabasa ebia and I say niema bi mentime ho ase sorry the den esa na me feel say ya boy ho modern na ade and every election marks it's an improvement upon previous elections, and this one improve, especially as I've always said in the lead up to election the political temperature wasn't that high. Na sana so about to there's been minor hitches. I mean, you can't take that from an African democracy, and you can take that from a transitional democracy. But as to whether these hitches are enough to mar the entire beauty of the electoral process, I would say no. And but yeah, fair no so boy who suffer hene and kase BBCC and MU so as a developing democracy, we should be inching towards a point you be do on your kasi ya aba na we de hwensi ya aba na ya TSA ebi no mo de pink sheet ye ko mo fie ko da ye ade chen no mo de bai ebi no mo se ma kwan ma un declare results enema bi nkete sa na me feel say as we grow our democracy we should be able to outgrow them say ne be ya e chena ye beto aba government may not even have to declare it as a public holiday. At the same time, now voting is going on. Voting, we should aim at making voting seamless.
Okay.
Well, I just say yeah. Twa ba just say and kayen po just say insuro and obia yemu enhye. This year obehwe I won say peace industry no am bluzo mu papa ankoso papa man tise nkofo de gari ni angwa ni sisi na yesu ye bompa ye chichira bonsamfo na sefo all these things I'm not sure they happened, and it's a testimony that we are growing our electoral democracy na se ekoso sa before say ebeye ama enti no aka krama ai mate say electoral commission epeso declare results yenhwe na would appeal to omo bedi nkunim and omo bedi ncho nyina say there is no way a bracket about to we bracket in him obi bedi nkunim no obi bedi nkugo into wudi nkunim you have to be magnanimous in your celebration also wudi nchoso also wafanisa as a better luck next time I mean I say doc oche ankra also wadwen che wo so far dey akoso no
enura me kan say yeguso a yesua na empo America ne ama hodo na yesi yesua omo no omumpo omonto abama omunya no pepepe enti se ba kumienu bi si ya ye befa ne sa at the point na me ankasa minim se eden a bibi besi but enkoye bibi a edi nipa enkwa ebeto ho so ankoba ne sa but all in all no ya de corona no so played a part. The first near to come near to moto, so near corner bar, but yes, accident. But yeah, will be a copium, a beer pra. Bakumi no BC, and so a year. Fear Nora BC, she says so near my eye come on very unusual of us. I said, baby, a dean near my. I said, I get
attention now, be a shock. I say, why a bit winning, why a bit lose, no. As a but so far so yenye hu de hu no 2016 ahomachena parties we are claim victory we are no kakresi de ba na
nyɛ press conference na ekokoso if we are fancy if you no private say press conference hu be miensa omuguso ye ko na no kre ba ko pe Minsura metumi aka say parties no enkanka ne akase mienu no. As at now I talk to you, I say obi anim say obi wini ana o wini. Obi anim.
Ntu pache so the one winning enim, the one losing
so nim because on say abano you say is one at the polling station. Polling center hon party bia or rep. And more stronger mechanisms or structure. Or more technological devices near the polling center bia a particular pool. Center bia minya ye center A ma sende ko center B ma obi to one dey answer okeka boom. Enti say ya kan polling stations in area you don't necessarily have to wait for the coalition center from constituencies. Party bia nim so we win here onim we lose onim. Tell bia na yam pese e beji atomo ntem na ase abamo bu ni sa ne manema nti enko yie kura so mo nyere mo ho e be ko yie. Probably kan abai empire. Nti e dey on one say party
A. Then na mo ka say empire because abano so you very close so far
presidential close kura. Then
mo ka say empire.
Ba kun be di nkonim the west ni say e be call run off. But enko ba say party ni mienu nya vote pe. Empire. Ba ku be ko nanim asen ba ko. But obi anim me say mpanyimfo ni nim me no ka say omo nim. Ka na e bi omo nkoka. But enra me kan me sense is bi o say ye to aba wi a niema e betumi de basabasa ya ba. Me ma di ntwo. Uko election na luso asema enya asem keto o obi akobo bosia obi ode ne wira hyemu a se wo luso no kura obi bi pikosoro obi diabetes obi yare nketenkete bi ebe twetwe ne ho apie enti enya ne wo luso ne fie gate ano na okotwe momombe
akobosi respect of odododi say omukọ ni lante hotel ano
I say omoye careful because sa nyama na ebe hye obi abufu obi ani agipi no wan hwe do kra okotwika ye ba ha ehun se na parties ni bi ni nam kwan so hwi omo twika kra the opposite direction o se ye hwe ehun yi se ato aba no bokọ a ye ntwen na omo a ye de tumi a hye omo nsa se ombe declare no ye mo omo nya omo djuma. Let's not be in a rush because parties no ya ma wini we ya ma wini why na wini
me pese ya to
kan say ye wonia ye de tumi a hye ne nsa se as so on dey declare. That is where we have to be careful.
Me pese ya come back to MPs no mo lose omo seat no ebi mo lose omo seat areho pa ebi susu again seat ni bi but so we follow trend na there. Now some of the seats MPP for instance omo lose no e seat omo gi free NDC for nsem omo gigi seat bi won kran ebi wo central region bi atiti aye no bono ne half omo gigi seat bi sa seat bebre adane konachi except for instance obi tete the row pampese ye kan ye che ya dene wo electoral commission ginaye wo si say wo de abato no mu aye beba 24 hours enwumrei wo ya tese wo be ye press conference no num NDC e protest kra say enya right on jintum because omo nye results be bebre hu adwuma mpo nwie yi e wo constituency on what basis and na EC ba be pronounce results on 5 o'clock no
you find say SSC for cultural exams what 8 subjects we here 6 now what the 6 na require now the adumi akọ tertiary nti say we nya 6 no electives na 4 na wa pass 3 na other call no say 4 na ne ye require 3 na no so wa pass automatically ka so be call university say na America no what you say
chiase biem
say dodo a we here projections no say we here 6 a core nti the EC may not necessarily get all the results na mu medical aka say EC no enso e won the sources enye din nyanwanwa say as at now omo figures e kire omo say we na be kwa ma no we na enkoma no na enkanka ne say nia ye declare yempo no obetun aka say si ye hwe nia ye dikan anya no na ye hwe emadodo a efiri ho total votes cast near the toto ho ni obi anya ni aka na yemfa meka ho numpo si ye de beka ho a susu ampa party A na be wini ana party B na be wini nti isi no betun ya projections e bia na onya ni nyina na say ye hwe bia 10 million votes na so onya 9.5 a obetun aka say in percentage terms no ni e be ba beka ho no will not be significant to change the results.
Okay, Professor Jampo, membusa only aye for cry adwuma about this election who projections near them. But what do you think? 24 hours no no kwan so say be irrespective of parties now omo stakeholders for instance NDC say enya ne kwan so omo to omo bonsa.
It's serious political parties are omo contest election by this time obi enim vote awenya. Political parties, two main political parties no more contest no. Obiya nim vote awenya because they have agents at all the polling stations. And you know, omu nim that. Amwa more political parties are you are not in charge of election administration. So mu nim that be then electoral commission so and you know my dream no I believe say only friend ka say obeto boabo na ne 9 CBB. So I am sure that Jimensa knows what she's talking about if she says say obi declare results in the next few hours by 5 p.m. So Matisse say we invite him to press conference. You know, I want to believe say onimnia ne 9 is so you know let us give her the benefit of the doubt. And say I say bibia na a raise issue. Bibia na share about it, but I don't think that see I haven't worked with her for 14 years. Minjin this was irresponsible. Obetumi aka say minya yo me koye you see obia ono so yasumdwe no ehun hia no I don't talk minya me na me kasa man no there but me did say on person obeya ade bia ebema oye ne basabasa ebeba o man no nti no so a person declare results so no by 5 p.m. and there, I'm sure there will be enough justification and basis. Obetumi I make a case. So, or make a case and say it doesn't make sense that we can take care on. But I want to believe that it is important we give such bodies the latitude for them to also operate. Yes, I did be a better and the electoral commission. You man, young family political parties, not political parties in your manner. Okay. And
But my answer this issue say between NDC and MPP so far the urban presidential and this is just for less than 200 seats. Less than 200 seats. President Kufuor taking a bit of an edge with 4,448,099. And President Mahama Edinechi 3,966,501. Now, Oshe seats no so and MPP gaining 94 so far. Parliament in year 275, MPP 94, NDC 83. Now, a lot of people analyze say NDC a good showing. Considering the fact that 4 years he had NDC free power, 4 years he do not want to him look at the gap and another do trim 1 million votes and more and voters at the man another. Now just in a friend saying in 4 years. Now President Mahama Tari, President Kufuor to say very tight race pa Obi akase na credit more to NDC. Even if MPP win it, the credit should go to NDC. But make sure analysis performance of both parties so far.
Well, I think the NDC has done so well. Let me say, when we're going to go into elections, we're writing them off. Mahama, but Mahama don't go be behind as well. But as of last night, the Nkophobia I won't say omuho cry then ejriomo. Now it's because this time, you know. Let me say, Mahama Ankasa shared in a campaign. Last time, we met a campaign crowd. Let me say, na and maybe as I say, but this time he was on the forefront doing his own campaign. And I say for that aside, you know, you see the factors that were outplayed in the 2016 elections. So those factors are non-existent. Some factors, you know, naturally, Emma MPP was endeared, you know, had endeared itself to the support base of or the electorate of Ghanaians. A man for be breaking and Kufuor do who somebody or a violent person with your mansion and say say or you to try to trust them and all that. But election year, you know, 2012 election year and they call Supreme Court or say well young fast court Supreme Court di assembly year cry na ne call for be no mass up or Brasport and compass or moye enema. He conceded defeat even to the disappointment of some top members of his own party. And Nema Bebre Echo so afe wakwa ba na why determined so also person self. So these and other allied factors helped him. But these side factors, they say omode they are buying share and sano. Obebu mind so no. Side factors na a year out at play in the lead up to 2016 elections. So no. Any hope you and I will show more. Maybe after you declare results, you know, you bear analysis here. But to my mind, you know, they made so many mistakes. Oh, they made so many MP4. So many mistakes that, in my view, ama floating voters, those who are electoral kingmakers, they have alienated themselves from Sanko. So many mistakes. Oh, you better come later. But ama omusi ahene. Oh, omusi ahene two ahene in every election. No, omusha party na say. Party in Kayepedie, but mistakes no from so be on my head, Bibre are not so keen.
Okay.
And as for Enna, I'm sure John Mahama is also then this is also aware. Into almost so your more intensify on my campaign as for look at the demeanor of the MPP now. Now
against
2016. By this time they were all over the place. Once they say oh my calm, once they say I don't know. Abo mo so kakra, even if say a basse a call wini kra won say abo mo kakra say hey now we underestimated our campaign as for to my mind, I think the NDC has prosecuted a certain campaign ama I was so MPP for no kakra and sana akoba and now obesha this time so it was not about insults. When it's about insult, I don't know. But you are talking about issues. I'm also talking about issues.
Okay.
I don't know. We have what we call the healthy contest of ideas. In TS, I won't say, I think it's not so much about BBS. It's just because I think the NDC stepped up its campaign. And then there were so many challenges with this particular administration. In fact, before Sir Abatwi, only on one campaign in Foni Bibre Ekasa, MP4 Kasa, they were considering that it is possible, say, one be lose parliamentary seat in the Bibre.
Okay. No, parliamentary
so because not just say it's an attestation of the fact that on one case him so my different we share
remember about for instance baby to say for na o say omo pam MPP candidate no MP no omo pam no kra ogina independent we winning massively.
How they went about
Akwetia ama say omo yi no ama say eni anye da o yeso okọ independent ma me no omo ye yeso onko independent wanye campaign pa mark MPP candidate MPP lose seat no NDC afa Kumewu of all places Kumewu MPP seat NDC afa sa seat no nti like you're saying about
so many mistakes
and confirm ka say election way anka 2019 nanka MPP for afa straight one touch and anka for to be any ho na to say the prof jump poker no bonin kitingiti be last minute no omo ye people have cited Ejapa. People have cited Obi Tita Matiame Dudomele Wonsem, and it's an man kitten, and it generally say, now as a sense of entitlement, oh, yeah, we near we, and it's this important we need to say the poor for Cana, not just say, one mama MPP run for their money. So, Maluzu, even key seats in Ashanti when you cry or more Eluzu. Mammy, Musa, I drink show, name Rab Marco seats.
About to an ankasa so, a tray near my P. Na niametumi aka say politicians don't learn. Ankobane sa yesi edua anansi atenase a wawuo no ntekuma enkotenase entonko enti se enema bi a NDC yeye ena omofa so de ko opposition a ka obehwe se nka MPP ba omonkoya ade kro na ebi anka ombeye other mistakes ba obehwe na ade kro na then they see 2016 party mpanyinfo bi yempewei dia ene ye mon bukata ne ye peno ne ma nyina eno na NDC fo no pii ye ya ma independent bebre baaye ena MPP fo no fa ho de win sa 47 seats no well over 30 of them na ye infighting within the NDC ena ma MPP fa ho de win ye ba bi ti say nia Anthony Kabo ewini ye se enye se NDC ni ekọ independent in 2016 na nka eye din se MPP betumi awi enso a sense anya ma na ekọ so na ma MPP for etumi win some seats enti omukọ tena se unfortunately makasa ba minya anu ye se na ye pese ehu a copy of the Kwesi Botchwe's report. Say hona ehu omo mistakes omo say okay it's not for public consumption enti e hona ye behwe mfomso ye ne yetumi akorete so ampa say report no mu niema no mo esua ye de ye ne o ma ye no motumi asenya o seats ni bi back there enye na o ma ya there but the trend also shows is say normally so be we ni aba no na ye san be to bio na the same person na ko bio vote na odi kan nya de win
unya ne sa
den so beti ubenya voter apathy ubenya wan nkofo a obeka say ye nyina na ye the same party ye chi nkate ofie ida se ye de be ye nkwan ana ye de be ye abomu se ne ye kanu no na se ne be ye abomu no ana nka nkwan no beba na menya bi nnum de ene ye se me mmogya nim de a mebo e manahye ehye de obi antumi mfanya hwe nti ubetue nya wow party for a obi di yaw appointment o promotion so ebia contract semne ni amanema obi o ha odi yaw nti ene ebegu engu na yese obi akwata ne baabi nti woye den ya aban a ote so de apart from omo obeye niema ebetie wan kasa within wow party for no so ebi mu be ya aggrieved edu baabi omo mwa enkoboa sa wo hwe ya last 3 weeks President Akufo-Addo otu kwan wa Ghana edu baabi say apa aso abre o Ashanti region we see and that did the trick on one kasa hu say na niema yebuofu yento but o hwe at least it paid off say okọ ho no o hwe vote if you ba ekosoro na o hwe President Mahama so mchiche mumu vice presidential candidate nam ha party chairman nam ha in fact sa campaign we me say yare ana bibia bebia every misfortune can be a blessing corona ne try how to go out think outside the box na ya kan da bia and you rally nkwa ye wakwan bebre o ha no anya text message o ha no anya we na niema people did their best enti enya wonwa say at a point also President Mahama beka say na metizu wo na misi ye say metizu na misi ye dia say
eniema dynamics is different kaka for instance President Mahama nya time because of opposition into who are ben more only time
wo ya ben adwuma wo san your campaign
ono so dey anything no be your campaign wan nkofo no kwa be daada o eye enko ha woni beba ho so na niema age egu nti na nado na nya asa problem no now as compared to ono so 2018 no no so opposition leader into what time o try na nado change the campaign strategy or come room to room door to door sa brain no sa strategy nya ko di Mahama mom side ana oye ana nanado campaign is say nti perhaps bia eno ka ho ana
eno so ka ho ena me ka se ebi dodo na kura sad na wo hwe seats ni bi omolusu a party mpanyifo na omolusu seats no
party mpanyifo
yes ye koto aba na se party chairman say oh me mpe asomasi na wo ye bukata na mi hwe TV and it's on record honorable Kennedy Japan ekan wa kwatia and I must also confess say Yakumi my personal friend but honorable Japan ekan o platform so say Yakumi any party for any maame no engo kasa
ama say
o kan wo platforms I listen to him enye obi na kacha metie no enti sa futo no de mom no omutie ya no omantie
okay
because ama say no a grassroots person nti se munya ne support man tida se bi omo call campaign bi ma me ne kura di omachi nti se ebia odi ya obi ono so anye ye me se bodamfo kura supporters and campese obi ono ye sitting member of parliament nti se wanya ne supporter edu ba bia ono obeka se me na minkum obi kun so dia me so menyo
na magina ho na
mai oman to me and close omo ranks in certain areas anye sa na there are some seats enka Kumawu de den anka NDC we need but you see a lot of things change me so me de mum se ne ye be ya enkoka se o e ha de sebe what they do accuracy why e beto ama no what to me akowini Kumawu NDC wo so what to me akowini e wo hohoi the dynamics should change say be obi be hu se esese me ye adwuma mpuntuo say dey ntini ye to ma
fa voters for me bo
ye to me fire for say no ase ye to ho efia ye menu nti ye de ba meto ama no we have to hold them responsible and no na show
o dia no kra o kan kwa say stronghold no kra na emwa voters
edu ba bia emwa sense o be hwe na ye say o say wa Ashanti den a MPP beto ama wan hwe ni yi a me kan say sa na si wan hwe ni ya na development dodo amuhia kra mu anya o ye voter region den a o beto ama na NDC wo power nso na o munya development o muhia
me husa branch ba ko Kumasi ni branch bi nsafo o Kumasi tweet say ebra edu se NDC ni MPP ho kire wo mo a na obi ahwe ne World Bank say Ashanti region be deliver because so they seat MPP for lose e won kran hanom na omo hwe Ashanti region Eastern region bono any ade so mbenya bi e ho na ye omo strong hold any ade but Professor Jampo this is the parliamentary seat distribution so far there abano any some of the areas are aye what say you can for instance swing seat in the any dada say baby aye swing seat but for me na interesting show for me na abranti any MPP for seat Ashanti region adanse enye baby a obi abetimi lose in fact honorable Kwesi Frifa ebetena some prince 1996 2000 2004 lawyer kese oye adwuma sa na aswinge enye sa aswinga kodu another side but papa we MPP ni a omo yi nadi ewo MPP mu and ono akogina as independent and we winning candidate no surprise ma
just surprise mama in fact metie wo can na me list some of the mistakes before say mistakes no doors okay. We mistake back no you see party ni your party omunim mbra na omunim de omunim your constitution mrapon munim nsam nyina yes say when there is an issue in determining whether a parliamentary seat is vacant or not, that issue or that question must be answered by the courts. Well, now so we as a court and determine yankase a partisan political party, yankase a partisan speaker of parliament no determine whether a seat is vacant. But pape yes obeko independent almost you declare a seat no vacant and then I say for ni nyina no
ama speaker kra woni no mrahye bedwom
and I make can say ono no declare but one famra kwan so that was against the constitution
the speaker here no
yeah big so yes speaker na okase seat no say ye beto aba na aka kra ya beto aba almost in the seat kra mo declare vacant okay it's a mistake that they did to well-meaning Ghanaians, so want to make a constitution no what you say no. Say more money and so I say more said. You know what the constitution say about some of these things, and yet you are blatantly refusing to, regard the constitutional provisions. Now, for or declare the seat in vacant in the dying minutes of the 2020 elections here, and then they wanted to impose. They imposed a candidate in that area, and Obia media debia meka. Look, multi-party democracy and representative government, it predates partisan politics. They make sure say, "Kebi mamin kebi amamu ebaye ansana amanyosem den eba." Enti no se wo mpeswa so wo constituency bi na se wo feel say enkofo na wo ne omo your constituency no se omo gi wutum na omunim se wa na obetumi a represent om na waso ho ahwe say odwan a waso no ho ahwe no beko na oda abonten just say waso no ho ahwe enti no waso ho ahwe na wonim se wonkofo no wa no mo pewo na so meto ama wa se party ne ba so mo ba impose candidate against the will and wishes of the people now. You are free. I don't say democratic. You are free to go as independent. Mistake or more no.
I must say nka also go independent.
She should someone in a kasai and so but one new year no cry a change say or independent. Whoa. And to know my point in the same. These are some of them. A party like MPP no, you can't democracy na keep mamin ke bia memoa. Na ye nyina no ye feel say omono ye di twa monfruma. Inti no la nyama bi sa impositions bi interference bi from the national headquarters no to the constituency level no. Now if you say any idea it's one of the major mistakes that they created Emma nkofo omohoye nkofo eden ebufu and all that, and it's not something that going forward they should learn. So I mean
we see other mistakes into
na me chro bebre yanko mistakes
mistakes back to the seats no
mistakes no kwan ya fa so Emma domelewo ekotena fi and now civil society organizations are in the lead up to the 2016 elections. Now almost support almost kasama at the MPP for. Yes, almost diomochi, but you see the NDC around 2016 elections had a grand scheme say we would decimate civil society organizations. utie mbiri bi koku ayi do ho e kan ya say mo you don't care, you better destroy your source of income na sefo. There was a certain antagonistic relationship between the ruling NDC and the civil society organizations. And the civil society organizations be a pitchy camp, a expectations, or echo high, say President MPP ba ebia omo de ometie in civil society leaders ebeka. Domlevo asamba civil society enyina na me fan say bi omo nyina de omo kra ko gina NPP for echi during time and NDC for a bomb training. Omo kasati I say oh kwanya ya faso yi ma papa akotene fie de enyentin ka president nya obi ye kan ya anko siaga na o de ba o move on na o ba subsequently no you have top government functionaries and officials making statements that in my view constituted attacks, needless attacks on civil society organizations. Oh, now me feel say entwe na fe wo hwa another mistake and say ye ka freedom fighter and a constitutional human rights person. See the best constitutional and human rights lawyer, one of the best constitutional and human rights lawyer in Ghana's Fourth Republic no Nana Akufo-Addo eka ho. Nanso wa wo hwa ne centrofo bebre ekasa bonkoma. To be omo nsem omo kan say ase under the regime no na we were almost getting into those dark days of culture of silence where as a nkofo bi esuro omo wodi nkofo binum kasa omo kan sem ewo kukwem nso omo so say omo voice. It wasn't like that, and I was expecting say na obi say President Akufo-Addo publicly obe kasa say look me de makon for human rights for so many years until no enya me mabreso na ebinum ebobo hu. There were people who openly said say I say yem hihie isuro and as for anka me expect say there will be a certain assurance from them, but omu jaja ma ni nyina oma anye ho hwe afei ye koso
mistakes on those
no mistake my list be they've committed so many mistakes na enna ama ahye NDC for nso ama mafo say ahye omodin say yenso yere ho a nti I'll go through I've listed quite a number of them ohwa NDC
and listing yan go back to
NDC for you criticize John Mahama as so a creative family and friends government. Well, now campaigning for bebre wa ban mu a so Professor there no Stephen there no criticize President Mahama no say set up family and friends government, and as if they didn't have justification. Now MPP won election, and then people also started criticizing some also my family and friends government. Now their defense was, you want to trust in somebody who is, you want to work with somebody that you can trust in the person's loyalty. And as for I said, there is justification, but there is no justification. So yes, sir. Now obi generation say or shower. See these things, these justifications would appeal to your core support base. But yen ma eti na say share nneema no ye from behind the scene here. Ehwe say na o justify na I say na say na wo ne yen edi agro and I say afei another one metumi aka say wo hwe nkofo bebre ya na omo nso ewo tumi. You see power is tricky. Power is tricky. One shepe ebema why arrogant. We share some of the appointees.
No, my baby arrogant. I thought say arrogant no no almost say NDC time 2016 no mom na NDC for machebeja for bi ni mpedifo ababe arrogant.
O share impenimfo ni bi no mo a ebi no mo kasa.
Okay.
Behind the scenes we say nkofo ka MP we pa de we lose emede MP we pa de lose we lose ti ne kasa kra nkofo bebre lose na ebinum so mbom pai MPC bi scale awini a omo wini na omo wini na eya Ghana fo bi ya se we no na ase omo ye the arrogance kakra anka ese nka Ghana fo e kire omo se MC maybe last but not the least so na me Brian so ebenya ebi aka because there are so many things that I've listed, but there is another thing that I want to say: incumbency disadvantage. It has disadvantage. Now you would make a mistake. We commit a mistake when you don't know how to manage it. So when to me I'm managing here, Ubo say the disadvantage adnyama bi wo ho a esan say wo na wo government wo na wo aban so no obi hu wa na ne boefu nso so bi ana enye wo na wo ye and whilst you are concentrating on governance no na opponent no ono nso de onenam a oye den oye campaign oye nyama bebre na sefo there are so many things that then makes it disadvantage when you are an incumbent but I think that omunso no enonso no hono na omuntumi manage hoye. So these are some of the things emma unse me in my mind no. You see obia akọ second term anka enje da anya big deal sir, but because the second term ni momo ya Edinburgh de mama sambra ho ba dog ochanka
eyedim
yakoba
formina presidential.
Okay, presidential formina. Okay, mama here me go back to formina constituency na sana mediaba because na me pese yehwe. Okay, mama go formina okay formina ni
yeah.
Formina presidential no enyamae we parliamentary presidential enyamae.
Okay, na mpese me dey compare
and how do compare parliamentary
because parliamentary no independent no na MPP candidate okamboma 23,600 ti na mpese mi hunia na mpese mi hunia presidential candidate for MPP no ono so nyae
onyae. Okay,
enti se wo hwe on se mpanyinfo se kramaya onni mirika tu no ono daka akwam ansa na nipa no obe na dwen se obekọ independent no nim ni ogina so se anye ye kura me ko school akoka training college.
Okay,
nti time bia me kwa akoka me namfo me na eko nti because of adwuma ye ntutu mi gina na wabi so obi nipa no nimba bia ofi na ha ekosen you could tell say nipa no he's on the ground.
It's not candidates on ground.
No on ground. Okay. Nipa ne penasem. He associates. And okan ya nipa ni binti ase.
Okay.
Me no why a program bi mama campaign. Obi di say Collins Dada. Ji say ebedu apart from nipa bia wo de nenso. Na emum wo de ne nenso no to nchen a. Utumi hu say the constituency they see him as theirs. Sir. And he sees them as his. Inti otomase omotenase adenti na honorable Kennedy Japan obi a okọ election na oni ni constituency na onnam ya campaign ma other constituency
other very comfortable.
Yes jina se ne awoye wadwuma hwe honorable Harry na Idrisu oni hokora a ombeto abana you look at the margin
Muntaka Mubrak ombeto ama
so enti formina no me de me gidi se empanimfo no and I don't want to be personal but metumi aka say chairman no am managing yema ye.
Constituency chairman.
No, the regional chairman am managing. Yes, or managing yema ye. Edu be bia na yenka nokre. Let's speak truth to powers that be. Say nipa no won say kasade
em about. Chairman to be a problem wo.
Now he didn't manage the chairman, regional chairman. Adentina.
Now kofa untumi
but untumi so no mo say o ma we no Ashanti region 2016
party no. One who say problem eba. Then no ye fa ho. Edu ba bia obekọ ahonko enkosi hu
appetite.
Ohun etina make say ye de kasa de bae. Na edu ba bi kra na MP omo ye ya ma edu ba bi ohun say okokra ebia favor no nti ene o so on co primaries no kra no so ene obekọ independent
ma samba one ayi ase chema untumi asema ba be say ba me ko chechima ese etuo akasa wo honom ti se do etuo atoto akum nipa emiensa no pepepe ye ne abema Frederick Enchi ewo chechima Frederick ayi awie ma mo ha ma akwa ba ye se etuo akasa ewo o constituency na wo no den etuo no eto ye
ejo so vem lady dia ma etuo no ba ye efiti enru anajo ene ya bro asua say ye Chechima South ne puma sigre parliamentary election omo ye na ya bona ebedu coalition center wono yisi ni agency ya ni nya ne puma sigre esanse ballot polling stations ni bi beye na in contestation pink sheet no yisi kwa original one no ohun the akoka ni MPP die na etina mu no enti aye nchi nsua that parties ni no actually abedu anyume enti anyume na yisi esi gina say no sana tie dia ene obobo abana no wa trade wani na obobo ye no na ade ne kodane ye ayekodi yewura Kosa Ejei Kosa Deputy Minister for Regional Integration na madde na dem ne eswapa yi enti we declare we na NDC ya agree because omo procedure omo no ede to wo se nka yi sine mfaso no wa mfaso na we declare enti na aye ntokwa bebrebe e wo dem ho yehu ya ne se supporters wa abonte no so eye dede enti bambofo no ebo wura abonte wa ye se ya ne se etuo titentitentiten etuo titentiten yehu ya na nipa nu etuo na akasa won akobie ka yenye doctor for mum na ebetima ka se wahre ne nkwa ewo eho no a baakoso de se de fitie no ambulance ne kode na nso nyame ene doctors ne betimi atre so betna sia ene betimi enti teteman mercy mu ha de ene them enya atempapra ene esi ha
but o si etuo no dodo se na eto ya aka enkrofo no betimi atre
etuo no de bebre na to na nipa mienu ene betina conference etuo na ka won nipa mienu ene etuo na ka won aba ko de timkeja ewa to yi de we sida ho ne de
okay na chese na omo maka e bia omo won chen so etuo ndi anka obi a wo honom
dem dia me camera etimi capture ye
na odi aba no
me di aba no na e capture bia wodi moja sie dwane anase ye de ne call ye ne de dem se me capture me see no pia e bia no ma ye otro
mate wase but o ye show video ni ma won say as confusion si wo dem confusion number form
se se dia aba form bambofo na aya ama na aba form a ye di yisi director no municipal owura dem fi no akosi na ya dejo NDC wono so ebo na MPP wono so de omomamu afa na nyame ade obaye nsu ato agusu ama tete aha jo form nsu ato ama aha na jo form ama supporters no nyina adwane abonfo so ha fine
etwi mama sambusa obi o say NDC ni MPP candidates na omo na akofa asem we aba na omo mo ahensesi awo grounds so
say MPP candidate ni there ne supporters na bonu mu made na ko na NDC candidate ni o wa ya pese ni di nkomo na so be kasa nko adia e betumi na kasa
okay hwete benya na later na akwakope MPP deputy minister na kasa but asem no de o ma kan wie say results na also o mo ko bobo ye no na de asem onya ba o ma kan ama obi ate ase ana
o ma results no no mo declare na sabi enim senka results dey declare your presidential ane the parliamentary for your tire enti ama mrasi for a buy dey oyo ne no buy
na chese besi na no still aye nim presidential no nipa ama obi enim I see but say omo the reinforcement about hono man na
reinforcement about military ne police na aba
okay saka bema yenya electoral commission for nso ne o makasa me ehu de ba ya say de o ka no msi procedure no o ma ntimi amfa so na sa na o ka bi so na nya sabi abasabasa ni nti e na o ma yeso o mo home so kakra na ka ehu say de eko
electoral commission director na municipal director and the head say ye benya no because bamba for the next year e wo collation center dan bi mu parties ni mi enu nyina wa run ti o mo mbe so o meja na nka basabasa ebi asamba and another year they see benyano parliamentary candidates this super area no manyanti eso no so omodele for into woni ha
na just obetimi a confirm am say etuo akasa e wo tachiman ama aka nipa mienu ba ko de amunum ho ana say de wo kan ahu ne de na enkoye ba de aka no ye de ne ko de oka ho no e wo hospital
me pacho sana
yo my na wase besan ba ho no me aba behwe de ekoso e wo ho no but before I obeko no omumbubo ama no ho na wini ye
MPP candidate parliamentary candidate Yera honorable Ejei Kosa Martin Ejei Kosa
ono na fae na wo se margin e close obetimi abobo number na che
margin na me pacho we me de no obedina so kakra ma na margin
ma minyina so ma me entwen wo abusiafo we live ene esaka fi techimaya a confusion esi wo honom se de ohun video no emu no NDC ni MPP meteme ho ase ena omo de aboso ho parliamentary results no a electoral commission e de etudwa no ena akwada na etuo tutu a etu akasa say na confusion no cause so police force bem munya o ntia se na ten o mututu a etuo na ka nipa mienu ba ko afiri mu ba ko de o mde ne ko hospital da yeguso a live decision time election 2020 ya to obeya wie fe mo bi aboya ba so yenim ba bi a we say efra eba from techima ye twen ne ahwe because o say results na e de ba ye no na aya asem o munim se nka NDC na ewini Electoral Commission board results no na MPP na ewini na mente me ho ase abam so easy na nka wo so obo ade no entry be ma ye sambo numbers nso ma re how close are eti akwakofa manso ya be
okay neba na to se ma de no ya MPP candidate na onya 49,600
entry abaya na try answer na what menya correct number na me san komra won chen bio yenu abema entry ene etineka ewo techima no confusion esi etuo akasa akanipa mienu wo ho no ba ko afiri mu ba ko ye de ko hospital collation center ho ena hu se nipa egu won mo munimuni efa so etuo ekasa ya akanipa ba ko ho no police for the reinforcement ena eba ya nsa na we kra no mutumi ama aboche aba sese soldier for the wo mo aba begim ensuo so ato aguso na so etuo no akanipa mienu anipa mienu ba ko afiri mu ba ko so o ma ration ambulance mo omde ne ko ayasabe hwede beba besi ewo achi a margin ye close between NDC and MPP decision time and out here ni eguso a ye twa asem no empanifo say betimi aka we say ho asem a bato ya to ama asumdwa aba fe ye hu de ye afe de basabasa akopi mu doc
enti on say fiti enra ene awie kura masaka se yemhwe ye ho yi ade enti na baby a ye to aba obi kura de tuo be hye ne ho akọ
we dey police for na fire ye
police for
na fire ye nya ordinary civilian and for police for say ombe check nipa niti no mo e de ko
nti say say onim ku pi a ekunja ye ya to aba na wie ye to ana be ka say obi ewiem ya to awie nti if you are vigilant na make say ya kan aba na de dawo ya kan aba no pooling center awo agent wo ho awo no so a record ansa na ya mom obi anya copy say we no obi anya nti si ye de call collation center ho na eye ne awowo ne ne amewo ne ye ba be kan bom nti e ho no de nti na o center kwasi me nema bi wo ha na me ntiase papa say yisi no so wanya resource no now between akeka bom ma ade ti na watena hwa tele bia na you are increasing the anxiety ama obi ya ye suspicious say ye nyina enim ne ayeko ade ti na ade na che ebi kura na nipa no onim se obewini anase onim se onwini na mum de mo a wo che no ama nipa na adwene mu eye ne kesene ne anhwe a ombe sesa bibi opanyina jeku wo se omunya ombe wiem omu wiem omawiem enti se wadwene koso se omunya ombe wiawa sabe obi akobo busia obi ene ede ne resource nyina de agusu se okwa akowini na onyanya the slightest suspicion se onya na be wia na ompene na mum ni nyina echi no yemfa ya no na enka asem
okay
enye aba enye etuo human lives can never be replaced
yeah
here me say nipa ba ko wu a eya se mua nipa ba ko na okọ parliament adenti na nipa ba ko okọ parliament nti esese nipa miensa wu
wa biso ana injustice nso nti na ma na ebasa obi em say
no matter what nobody's life should be lost and says obi hwere no nkwa me hwere me nkwa because me hu nipa bi ekoye parliamentary no
okay Professor Jampo, what do you think by basabasa ekoso because on the back of odododo nipa miensa free mu na ko bi enim say we kra de nke bibi nsi kra ene say techima de no asan kwa akoba ne sa no
well menim ni nti a omo atuotuo no
o say confusion over parliamentary
confusion as I before say be it me the tear gas kra at the space
okay
near ye tu no tuo a yes na okos na ballot box and the na me omo ya adwen say obi tempt say okowia ballot box there ene say mo ye na but we mantis obi kowia ballot box and as bibi nti no hey aba me say kwan wo ho a it me efaso at the space na I think this matter should be investigated because I'm sure na yakoye high-handedness. I mean,
okay.
Because I don't see say yes, I'm on for until I say and then I say for unless say there is evidence to show say na attack police for and I say omo ebun kama fa electoral commission ba me tell say no omo abonten to omo abonten dia me
ebi so na omo kan ade no wa abonten tie bia electoral commission so omo e be ko back 20 na
ade ahwe na omo di ohwa soja for omo fi hall bi na tell say atem no ekusi abonten ti no me feel say it should be investigated. Yes, as I see a board electoral processes for buying, but it must be done in a manner that would not that cannot be described as high-handedness. Okay. But I say who get it 20, not just say the slightest provocation, not just say who kumnipa. Now me feel say certain so mudin kind Emma warning shots answer. So the practice of shooting to kill, no, and I say shooting to injure, no, I me feel say obi basa na say o ma warning shot 1 2 3 me did say ebia it can also be scary enough but anyesa na o to na obi na we would that way
betimi ya be come back to enu abema entry because betimi so ban say a warning shot na ebi akwa kan obi
warning shot ye nto hwe soro
ya to stress betimi bounce ya omo to stress obi o pellet bi to me bounce
then was bounce
I don't know but me who warning shot am fire about
that against hard service
bia na edua bi si ba bi ni ade to me spread it no one shot on my fire spread it and here
come here say areas be so are gaining notoriety
areas but man ka areas sa no ho ye ko election one of the some of the flashpoints here come out say na man en shada enka ho sa nti I don't know how man be here baby apart from maybe as a confusion na esi e say na pop sajampo kana ye such that omo ye na hwea enye ye nti na akwako pie mu sa no nti mameka busafo so busa hwe live ewo UTV techiman video so ene yeyi e de a chewa we ye police for ene ye soldier for omo ye reinforcement team e de omo call deputy minister for agric the constituency ho na omo kan amane wie ye no afa de omo koleti afei ene omo tume koleti ni nyina wie collection center ene omo gina no omo bobo parliamentary election results ena mentem ho ase ekoba mu a NDC for no cheso omo de omo ye omo calculation nyina mo say omo di nkunim to omo ntiase de nti afa de last minute ade na sesa deputy minister no a oye MPP candidate ewo ho no onu mom ena akodi nkunim na na kofa amanso ba ya basabasa esi mentem ho ase police for ye hwe a omanfo ewo collection center ho no entie nti na wo say omo fire warning shot ne ade tuo no akoka nipa emienu ama ba ko afri mu ba ye beko enu abema entry ho no bio na ya ma entry a cheche mu am ya tensem na se whether eye police for no fire ena bounce back na koka obi na civilian bi so etu mu a na ye hu ni nyina entry o so o ma ye cheche mu no na ye de emu cheche mu nyina san beto edwama obi a ehu yambra back to studio doc ne prof ne ye ka Ashanti region for instance asem na mu nyina ma no ko benkrom se MPP e so o mo hwe bibi na o mo ka e de cheche ma wuntumi ko party ne management of party ne nsecheye ewo Ashanti region ka ho na for me na de nipa o mapam no akwakọ wini and look at the votes how the winning on kwanya 12,805 48.6%. The closest are MPP candidate no ye bona fide MPP candidate wojina party 10,708 NDC candidate na nka omuma we koya enko ne bejina onu nya 2,608 enti take away we say enti ka 10,000 no enka ba be ka we say na nka we nya 22,000 because technically wo mumienu nyina the same extraction MPP for na no to e wa hanum say 48.6% eno mo edenya na we na mu nyina mo ka say chema unto me prof
power has its own subtle way of blindfolding you to me
kata weni
to me efrefra weni ewo enyema bi e nkete by dangerous so we no nyase to me na kata weni a wote akra afo say we can impose candidate we can determine what should go on at every constituency anka we no kai so mo because we political sense you should nya sign we
political science
political sense political science am na advance political sense so say ade we na we no mo split votes mo ko chicheche vote ebe against wara enti nse papa Andre Siame say nyame ampata na ne bufu na ka say onemo ntena he will not do business with you he has the right to determine where he wants to go he has so call NDC ho and so call MPP ho ti one wanye ayi na say okọ ayi a okọ NDC ho na say we lose one seat na say for enti no na ni nyina no ejina the leadership of the political parties you know at the regional level and even at the national level you see you don't allow a regional party executive to operate and even when they are clearly heading into challenges, and I say maybe more calling, you know, national should be able to intervene and to call regional executives to order.
Okay.
But Ujama Ubi now so
national name calling regional executives to order.
Yeah, if it becomes
decentralization,
no, not that. You see, political party contestations about winning. Okay, into never be war cost 19 say regional na omuteki is decision and a day independent national so who says papa ko independent na NDC ni so ko na gum ni so kwa won na one better to vote no be efi ye dey so didn't they see if they had seen this and had acted proactively they would have been able to prevent some of these things from happening. You know, as I said, the constituency executives of political parties must operate, the regional executives of political parties must operate, the national executives of political parties must operate. But do baby na say what the party are share regional executive na say near omo ye no agrobi no mudia because do baby a share
how you term that as agro. You see, because I'm to me so I Juma power Ashanti region.
As NDC's performance in Ashanti region, kakaka umunyano, it tells you that Ashanti region honokran all is not well there. Well, because untumin now what chairman na okotina radio so na media mehwe ne nsem ka o kana asa onsenkwa na oyi e wo radio so and all that say or chairman credible chairman with his sorta he should have been able to prevent this particular
any kumawu.
Yeah,
yes me go back to
Andrew Apia Kubi. So
constituencies there was
a problem. And now say nkomo manage. And so omo ye ya say asem kra wo court. E beti as see primaries na wi. Antwa yi.
Anya me na make say
yetianum say political issues.
It may be say ebia obi count me I'm not so interested in allotting blame. But because on a chairman or say nkodin in NC form say ye nuanom abusia kro Sebio say akonya to ofia even traditional rulership no kra mpanyinfo hia say we pay but yenya de maba akopɛ na ka nyina ya kan adwuna gu na yakota nipa nachi
so dia to say one manage region ye.
Oh yes, one manage region ye. I want to see the total votes of the Ashanti region as a whole because what they by agenda 47 and seat na wangasa wo winning the akra asan free 70 it tells you say performance you say o say nke kosoro no abafom na medical aka then a president who you see president no nya information see obia wo man mu because he works with national security then a president who then not yentia last minute or kwa Ashanti region twice and san here to aban there was something president said there was something wrong Mami Kyle tama honorable or say wusu ejina independent ewo Asante Bekwan that is the only constituency then candidate Kufuor one ko strategically one ko because now Osewusu eko independent and no be him say grounds no fertile for him. Other na that time no candidates no one candidate Kufuor one ko peja MPP candidate nesa e hon kwa one ko it was strategic one ko but adentina for mena de okoho okay compare because the same person the same area
the same area
ufi for mena na wo ko be kwai nti emira bi ba mo ka se me ko ha emwa adena had your koy to the extent say me president say all ka say mean to me nya adwuma. But the people on the ground say, yeah, dear penisa, yenimnia oyemaye. Inti, could the president have been misinformed of the man's popularity? We have to investigate some of these things.
Yeah. Doc, remember that I said, Dr. Domfe, Dr. George Domfe, School of Social Policy Studies, University of Ghana, Legon. That's why I became one and then the better to come. Some of the predictions are, because Siada Nadri, Yatina Hama, dear chain, dog, a no, baby, a boom. Yabako na doc, you know, aka sabami komini abema entry go be baby ya tututu o touch my entry me say mo akwa baby e wo ahoma no so entry na ya pe clarification why na tutuo na police for and civilians na tutuo no
me pacho ya security ni na tu ya
security ben police for no ne military for no
any military for
na de enti no moto ya na confusion enti no moto ya na sesen
confusion enti because na supporters no And now say now omunimi so mo candidate na awin na all of a sudden no man done ye no. Na bebre ya go mo to bo eba coalition room ho. Enti e ma bambo fo no so tutu etu from all angles. Ye ntimi nkan do no.
Okay. Eno na pedifo so ka se be anaka ono o man to tear gas wo ba bia wo ho.
Debbie.
O man to tear gas. Okay. And na ya pe numbers so na ya hwe how close wa na etia nti akwafa manso ya ba MPP ni NDC omunya asan ya akwafa asem ya ba.
Me pa so you are course eje course Martin eje course when you 49,682. Me see should be when you 49,682. Ana yewra Christopher Bayewe our NDC candidate no onu so nya 49,205 49,205 enti sana ekosi
eti besi sa bread pacho betimi achem so omaje results na tum and still a omunye ntumu
results no crowd there party agents no coalition agents na ntimi ansan krata no yisi official na kwa so ntimi amma yewura ayi ne nsa
wa ma je meta ko sansa so
the acquire an say or declare ya omo project results na ana em se basa ye no e ma ne humi so e wo dan mu e na abontin so for no so eso
nti obi ansan results no nti pacho baby o jire pink sheet na we he
pink sheet ne de eno ne bo ade e kofa nchinisua nya be buy pink sheet na nkasa no the kofa entawantawa no ba ye ne ye hansua 1 and 2 and I see A and B baby according to NDC for say omo no agent omo ko no yebo and the agent ni jane and to omo ni pink sheet but MPP so omo wo pink sheet but yes I think omo nya original pink sheet yes is so nya omo de no and to omo gi MPP de no and the equality here and one na NDC for so omo ntiase
MPP for pink sheet and omo kan ho
sa ene kosi
wa adwi yase wa pe electoral commission for ne mane ne omo nkasa ne empe echechemu o sa asem say no krese ye obi pink sheet no omo de kan ho ana because de enim say nya sa na tie but yemusa no na yenya echechemu aho ye Techman South ana Techman South okay
Techman South aba den se menya no brain ebia na medana ade action dia ebia metimi akoma so ye
na entumi ntwe ma ade enche mesre wa wo se enya asem ehu mu aye ansa na ade action because one hwe ya we di court asem kra beba se ni pe ahwe ne nkwa ho de mesre wa nti wo de wo betimi ata ba bi kakra na muju a na wo ne electoral commission for na kasa nya se empe regional electoral commission penifo no ne o mkasa ba se de o mbe solve sa problem we yada se enu abema entry de te cafe Techman South e ho na akwa ye man so deputy minister of agric yera mate jemensa kosa abato pesa so parliamentary resource wo mo boy ya NDC for so wo ntiase de pink sheet bi free ba bia ye bo omo agents into omo ni copy into omo ansan electoral commission to me am obi ansa so MPP for so to me ansan to confusion e basa and NDC for no start so omo toto mo ba police for ye so mo control say o mamonko and e call free for all NDC o MPP obi ade no wagim bi no okon say na wo say police for no tutuo na omo de disperse crowd na omo obi apeten and etuo na koka nipa mienu ba ko awu ba ko afi na omo de ne ko hospital e che bengu de ekoso e wonom live we a decision time e wo UTV emu 7 ye de bro ye ne Professor Ransford Jampo ye senior lecturer political science department University of Ghana Lagos ye wa ochre Ankara was Central University e wono ochre de sans na Dr. George Donfe ye senior lecturer Department of Social Policy Studies University of Ghana Lagos ene ye ne omo twetwe nkomodo ko ba na yaka ense bebe minim so wo comment bi abasa Techman issue so far yati etuo hu nsem miensa ye start elections ayawa so central etio kasa odododo etio kum nipa miensa e wonom e na Techman South dia ba be kan no
efia patro
prof
doc me so correct no mame
in fact na come back
omo yes service ya
associate professor
normally no obe lecturer no be senior lecturer no be professor obe ba be associate professor and sana for ntuka Professor Jampo, I won't senior lecturer. Professor Jampo, political science. That's all.
Okay, you mate.
Osa senior lecturer now. Oh, professor, no was not tennis.
No, my tennis.
Baby, I saw no.
In fact, so to understand, lecturer, senior lecturer, professor.
Professor. I feel now we call professor. So research what I am duty. And doc, mami into kwabasa ba ku mienu asi. So far me ensa ne ensa kan.
Mini mami na wase na mencha me prof ene dog no me no one never. Yo same way as me tea and I say me personally it affects me because me free teaching man. Me papa ho no free which means Mabusian for you know, yeah, for you know, yeah, me didn't fair, but I mean, yeah, that's where it's coming from. And for you know, be an Mabusian because they are we as a, yeah, I am a. My main case say, and yet I'm at the partner quite unfortunately. The one make kind is the same way. Say, yeah, na, yeah, near your tea baby, no, yeah, they are more than a kuntuko, a pepper one man crop will be Momusa de so no me kan za so me yes me ma me nka ze de omni bewi aye ba me de kakra ma hu no nyo mu nyina mum de but dodo na de ba bewi aye dia na ye stresse omu a wo ti baabi a wo power why I be 56 bi na de wo de be ma wa na 10 cities that and kwada krope apart from na wo boani o ma say 50 ni wie in the next month or two no okonum pesua so na de wo hia wan hwe kra na de what you cry the own feel. So, Tiadinti say, you couldn't homa. I'm a uncle for you. Make you know what I mean, Tiasi. Or Mubako, and so see Ben at me and Wawa Brabum, what's now, young guy, they were that for me. A debe kuna woo say, change be bad. Dear Kuna Bayama, why is a won't the won't it's me echo to Roma, side change me. Minty o massy, and rise a balcon called Peja, I'm a ballot boss. 1992 na tafo metadis ade we bi e wokumase ene wo kwakoye ukoye ya obi matu so gban ewu ye na papa yi kaze yengwase ewu ma yesi me ma wonkasa but muza prof kaza mi go fi na me hwemo muza prof kaza prof akade a ene yesi be aka
obi etibika because do no dey nipa me nsa na ewu na techi ma de nipa mienu na ewu ayawa so central de na kan nipa ba akon bo no de wan free mu de
o de se na metize as omo journalist me wa ntomo de
ayawa so de no ayawa so central we ayawa so ablekuma central rather ablekuma central
yeah ho na American se ono de ne se we journalist ono de bia na wo ye na dwuma no we na dwuma na I mean bia tuo na omotototo e police for na tuo so hama na tuo ye o munsia sa tuo no to sa tuo se ye to ye mfa nkum nipa se de se a esitechi me ye ntum mfa nkum nipa awon diwe no kra na chire no eso mu hwehwemu no mu hwe nipa
the same thing na prof
so what I say I mean ntum mfa nkum nipa I mean it's very unfortunate
prof ya back to asema obeto ye na ye kan asema shanty region but techi my dey no we na akofa asema ba o MPP candidate no enya 49,682 NDC candidate na 49,205 we na akwakoya manso a almost say pink sheet bi by mienu MPP form kwa na WhatsApp pink sheet bi na NDC for so omonti ase we na ko start ento kwa ni na o techi mama
so na wo kan say ka yenti hwese be no kra bi afọ you know na enye sa na sa se meet na sa constituencies ma men kan say am emi krum de metimi aka wa SMP Techiman honum no I think for honum ye stronghold of NDC we are last a year na oyenyan for the first time no for the as a professor
Ekunfi
ami yeah wageda but south no dey me hu say aba MPP holder na yen kan say this is the time omunya ntimi kwa this na me hwe say ebe dia ma omu say ombetimi as a retain seat ntimi nya ntie no say Oma win in Ramian and Tiefri, who say both North and South. I mean, MPP for Etimia win in Emum, in Kranza, North and South, to Mum, the Edoma lose not Emi Waka because Yana in Kranza, no, I mean, MPP are holding on. Then, far better than it has been in Techiman. Each be at Techiman, no more gaining grants. I don't also know.
Doc, my member where Saka Electoral Commission boss no Techiman honor was here to me pass no member is here because Electoral Commission so the statement about Bonte say party for ni be asase MPP so ma winning NDC so ma winning Aboko say mo bianco declare no winner. Party for no more bianco declare no winner. Omo ankasa time omo ka so nko mbebo ama no anka ye enwumre 5 no masan sesa omo the new time ebeba beto abonte ba yenko Techiman ne Electoral Commission entry ye ma akwa abane ye ma ha bio Electoral Commission for benefit no wo nche de no omo kan
me ba so ojira me nchen se sia me de mano na vim woni no abonkomo afa de esi ye e ma no yusu ta penship na free MPP aso
abani kasi ewie ya mo ha o hello pani ya mo ha ewie
Them.
Abani Yama, good afternoon.
What's the question? Now, your home question.
Abani Yama. Well, we are clear indication say, Techiman Hona, SMBC. Oh, Abani, Mammy Moha. Pacho Yama, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Pacho Bokode.
Na madam.
Pacho, yate say some kakrabiesi wo polling collation center pacho betimi atwe mu de na baaye.
You bet your phone now.
Omo joso.
Elections. There were no results of polling station. And intimidating any there were any results. Yes sir, you might be a national. You will say polling stations and also 265 polling stations. Only about now they're collecting the collection of results on just morning. And it may be in an electoral commission in the room say, there are so many things at the same time. You know, some so much and now the return of the scenario. They're collecting a do bear and ra. We saw so far with the team has bear for 10 of alcohol. If you vote in a case, you know about 10 and 10 of movie about all. The now, sir, you imagine, I say, forward, but to pay no more cake at that. It's also a night and an answer to 3 days in the Nada. There was one section of the party no more say, declare results. How can I declare results when I don't have all my listeners? Nakata Niyamu, you will say, I am right. Some are yet to develop the presiding officer back. All born on some, I'm an results or there, but almost the results. Almost I don't know, some of them chemistry, not some chemistry, almost the honor, and or more strong. I don't know. And see, next day, almost no say about it. That's I say, DVD device, you know. I said, it's to a electoral commission. Almost them. Yes, I may say, 2 hours to Tiaga. As a bass, I don't tell my young boy for the of the living through. I'm a homophone. I dare say an answer to ask my effort and empty. Maybe no cry down, which is going on bad your fault. Most I'm for now. For no mere, I don't know. No matter at the press about to electoral that declared the result. I pray in Yanya, this is not a bad thing. And see, I don't know that the city. Yamenta didn't so about the in Yana Cabaret. And I didn't say, okay, no man is to say, the now result, nice me, I didn't see the result, no free party for no. Now I don't say I won't think. I'm okay. Mom, there. And yes, you're so about that, no be a pressure and twist. And see, Yamenta didn't have results on Luna. Prior to that, no, passes in the back. I will read allegations over both you for so baby. If you over both, you know, about by 1 wood. The minimum not that Kasai. And when the commission members become okay. So, about in the margin of any one, another 2, another +1, +2, another -1. When Prince Junior, one can't results. We're going to make the lamb of Sabana because it was cancelled voting. And
ana mekata party na ba ko na mekata observe say na akọ nti say na committee ka nso no mani ade no problem me nto am results o mani ade na do so okay the one particular result say ni pa o maka na wata no me uncle that kind of time ambo no
de ni pa na o mbo no
ai we me uncle pa me no mbo ne ta konfo
our collation center say senti
so the results over
okay
no mo bu no say minimum no mo say mo match the thing on bo no say ni busy step all the thing na the police for and I cost no na okoda wan ko ni fie kura nkoda then when I'm friends say no say the result say nemo on two can is spend head ana omo ko fa every ni NBC the ba ko is so ke say no matter ko nti ana so mo bu ni no amount me for result na mere ni nti because of that no some results some for that be ye the results bia ye candidate no ye agent no kwa no ono ke apono ma oda hospital am sa ni pa na mo de le nyoni pa de so we mu nyanko
but openi na ye bona fide pink sheet amudi free sa polling station o ba na
ai o de ba police center no mo se na mo no fan kan ba na
said ye ba onru collation center ho
police ai police for kran le ko je no ko mu ku no mo na ta kronko
electoral commission staff
presiding officer
okay
presiding officer
okay enti but
you na say you know mo ka so ke bo vote no nya de ba fa se wi but o ti ni
metie pa
fa se o da ji kana te de da vote na ko no ti vote no de once the presiding officer no pa result ama ya bona te no de staff vote na ba no nya de be ja no so ke from the daddy no mo se an de ye je to ya o yare so mo ka nya no kre no so ke no abona te ne de ana so mo fam de so mo fam de and me I confirm figures no from him because no uncle no you go tanto and I figures no by now kana and no ana other party ne by enti said ya ma mo na ya nti sa mo results so ba boti no said committee and director ya no sansuna consultant ne said you need to start results no na ya tali
enti pacho pani u pa che say region for approve say mun use sa results na one so check it from presiding officer ne say bibia ya correct and say na mo kan aka ho
yes results na ya de say no me medical ka to me yeah me na background check and I say pension na ya ko no ye because right from day one confusion all over enti I say join officer no to e ka ni boom na say candidate ni ba ko na win election there ba and ya announce it dina da wono
enti say ya party
na ya na man to send off and announce results e ka ni say ya project o ka bo man na ka dum and na o announce results
enti pacho say ya tete omu nyina sign it enti mo electoral commission mo mra na omo NDC voice omo sign it MPP for so went to me empeja candidate na pair results o win ye nsa does it mean say more results are invalid and still maji atum
so and then kwa wa regional commander wa police era kenu penifo ni na wa hati ko maka security nene enti me yan hoto
okay
na chande ko time no na baba kwa
okay but
brief you security brief on the mayor no and now my hoto enti o nyampa ya batwa so
na say results ni dey say dey tie na tie
oh yes
me pacho but say mu ye safe dey mo no mo hu hia yen mu ye safe baby am wo no
because an operator they keep me hostage on be dina say they play I don't know why I don't know
pacho why would they take you hostage you know
party back
I don't be take you hostage
police for no munya be gu ho omo munya ka take ni enya be gu ho I don't know why they were there
enti ya dey na fe wo dey wo ho a wutumi aye interview
oh sir my before state my reinforcement
okay enti say dey wo ne wo officers ni nyina no easy for no mo ye okay
oh na me tu mi ti ho ye enti kemet ma kan no say mambo dey we ade wo
Bopeni onso mututu tuo yate se tuo kasa me kan nipa mienu wo ho nti
but na mo inside police center me ho dey tuo
esi wa bonten
But I say,
etuo toto ni si wa abonten
no come to Tiaga.
na enye etuo
Oh, I can't tell, but I know that I'm not sure Tiaga come to you. Yeah, no, but then Tiaga, yes.
okay Openi me na wase say my echechemu ya me yate ho ase ya da se bebre openi kase na on na ye openi a wo hwe electoral commission adwuma so techi man e ho na asemo si a chese ama tear gas ne ade si yete se eyetuo but they said the electoral commission peni ka che say tear gas mpacho esema no so ye behia ho clarification police for whether eyetuo e no mo fire ana se tear gas and on fire ne yate enchechemu no as sometimes we are civilian a what sound bi a wadwen ba yo say yetuo ba bi a na nyetuo wo beti sound bi ko na ye knockout but ye pese bi a be kan wa bonti bi a ya asema ye very accurate ayen koka de ochina na akwa asem abanti ye be ko police commander on any police commander atwetwe enko mama ka say decision time 2020 and ye de live UTV so ye ne mpani for akese na ba bi asem na obi ano ye de mu chechemu e de bebre mo doc na wo na wo kasa na me free ho court techi ma asem ya chese sie ye tese tie gas so setio ye hu de ye koso e wo honum
antina me kana me de tuye nyina efo say youth no ya ye hweye pa because se koba se yenko kon na yenyitumi ema obi na eventually no se nipa kro no enya power na normally no say individual na mo yes na ya na mo chefa pa ni se omuzo nyina ye bompa ye se ibenya nipa bia ma omadi anim na omo aboa ma ya setene matimi atumpon eno nkyere se eze sebe me de me nkwa to se chinchina me nkwani amemfa nkonkoji tumi ema obi nti youth no ye hwe ni yie pa say sa atutrasem ne ne maneme bia ya ye no ya emwa sempo asema na first day na omo kan say ye bobo NDC for mo mudwane ya omo ni pink sheet emra ewo sa ne ma we nyina ho nti se sa na timpo na ade na munya abotre na ye mfamra enye de say de omo de be ye kan papa ya anka obepe position yes was the two akani yes was in the bush any no
we cry o say presiding officer ti the baby o join ho e na o ma bono no
make us say
the etuo na kana na
yes was papa bush any make us say papa ne ba ti akra ha e bia wo hwe TV so no offer si bi e wo baby o no e de wo jojo no
okay
o mu na sabe se okokunya ka na no na e kan wa sama so Land Cruiser no o mu na betena mu bi wuze wuntena bi mu da so omu yiro mu no omu de tumi no ba na obeboa na odiri nyansa beboa na se kwa bi na obetimi dia aboa ma yaje aba me mpesua so a eye beautiful
okay
na ehun hia se youth no tembia na ye be se ye de ye na ye ni ye dene eno na am ye shasi it is baby no mu hyehyehye tai se omo me ento aba o ye takra de okwesi minti mo baby e chiri ansa I mean that day of all days that day na okoye sa say okwanye na kwan kro mu yi na oma as omo se dey omo ya manfutu abaso nti ye nkosa nsungugu so on say wo be ma bebre be dey
yakuja na umi be makra so ebusa be
be very careful
ya go back to the national numbers so ndok ma ye na ye kan Ashanti region asem na empedifo nyina aka say party ti say MPP also omo ya hwe ye power for instance some of the regional executives omo na hwe party no eso no unu ya be ma Prof Jampo ne Dr. Ochiankra nyina aka say for instance baby ti Ashanti region say chema wuntumi na omo de bibia ebesue no for me na ye hwe for me na de independent candidate was sweeping numbers na ewo ehonum ya other places Kumawu of all places a MPP for there omo eluzu seat in my NDC for aba befa ban pese come back to national so far Kumawu MPP for eluzu seat in NDC and afa Kumawu uko national so far results are ya confirmed from electoral commission sakano or Mampeni His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo representing MPP for Kuta 53.3% and Mampeni Dada His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Kuta 45.2%. Total seats are omunyina ewo no MPP enya 106 and NDC ekuta 93 seats ewo parliament o minim say bibi wo mu a surprising ma because you back back to regions no and the constituencies na unuanum nyina aka wan say ne ma bi wo no ma Professor Jampo let's say bonia kese o say MPP for ye ya ema and election we nkoma win and nkoma da kra sabre o se nka MPP for da ba bone a omo ye ya nti ama ne NDC for ta omo to pa no say the biggest champions of this 2020 elections NDC for adwuma omo ye no and ama results no abaye very close race between NDC and MPP to say electoral commission be decide then na wadwen ye
okaso omo ye adwuma me ne ye adwen pa omo ye adwuma pa because na me catch say since 2017 ya survey bibrebe almost every achekra 3-4 months bi ya baby ayeko ya ye bibrebe sometime national sometime ya select some constituencies na ye komu na ma menka the voter region say mete is MPP as a me afide ba ku bi am course no na o ma bobo about 92% na MPP or 13%. I was shocked. The ma me ngwan say somewhere July 2019 na MPP was 23% in voter region. Enti na me ngwan ye na survey na no we did it at 99 confidence level with error margin of 1. That is as a result near robust. Tinami would did ma pebi said this time around MPP was going to do very well in voter region. Na sisi a de keka kona meti baby ayaka 92 a omunam 13% which say omo performance ono
below expectation.
Ete de ba ma dream say tama ye ko ho this year na ye ko na mpaso ye hu sa na omo ahode na tia ba be 16 na eguso a 80
MPP for
exactly me can de na ye friend voter region the original voter region na omo ahode na ko nanim ko 23% July 2019 no na atia ba bedru 16 na enye me nwanwa say eventually no omo ko am 13 no because nsense bebrebe sisi ema am NDC de nsem kan ama am ahemfu bi kura be back am NDC unfortunately no MPP communication was very weak there be am kan communication asem it was very weak they couldn't respond well enti ema koyese voter region no koyese akona aba no a vote against NDC MPP no a vote to protect the people of the region so na okoye bibisa na ase onya time bebrebe enti ma menka bibisa hoho ise ye call ho no na dynamics no kama pa meka last year no omo to abani wie ya papa no say meka energy minister say wo kono mu ho na no de ko survey na okuta 32%
onabo amewu
exactly na maame na one no call no maame no na niema M1 no bibribe maame no satem no na omuye primaries no satem na omunya nya demarcation na che no mbe demarcation no maame no na niema bibribe ekotia no ebi ye pull factors ebi so ye push factors de me chere ni say ono ane political party no na niema bi wo ho a na enko ye ema no na MPP so omo candidate no amehozu timi ye na waye ne ma bebe ma me mfa mfiri ono no de ne so John you obi a ono o matena ho achepa nti ukokro no ma wonam street so kra na akora bia friend Johnny e de omo de friend no Johnny ukoka say o we honorable Peter amewu awa de hu
okay but I mean busa generally about areas no performance
it me can vote and me dey can say the vote and ma me can say amewu the ma otimi e win ye me can two things
ye mom ye nyan confirm say we win you
oh wa win
we win seat no
okay mun confirm na
sorry confirm say we win
sorry any baby ana me wo de next
ye dey train electoral commission sa
okay any men kan ha men kan baby ana me wo de na wa ye na me kan say
electoral commission
okay any ma minya won ma me na say but in general no voter region na Akufo-Addo ya de pa for one reason 3 years agents na boa no e manka na o ya de pa na nuzunti na ma July 2019 no you say if elections were held in July 2019 nanka MPP betimi ayade anya about 23% for omo presidential candidate against the 13 that we are seeing today. Ntisa music ano omo ntimi manage ne maneme bi tamaye trading for fro na koba say omo the security for bebrebe ekoho ene nsense bebrebe ene nkrofo bi akiri so omo kan say omo ti omo ho no
okay
acquire MPP fast or respond there no omo anyi ni so against that no the other region minim also say meet me can ha mi uza na also no baby ana me wono no mabobo over 96
okay try ya baba oti Try about you go back to Techiman's here because you get you breaking news from Techiman's MPP lawyers on file cases we are more de alcohol police commander any police commander kasa about some of the things about first saying Techima honoma information say too and I say akasa Techima by back near Baba some of the seats now are swinging no any a close contest between parties akese ni nyina ne ho aba some of the swing seats nko de in fact uko MPC bia ebi mo eluzu omakonya nnema formena asemi ekoba mu now this is the list I bi mo eluzu for example mention as if wo ye ho a omo luzu omo seat bi obi ti say Derek Odro deputy minister defense in Kranza North we luzu ni seat no minim say ye ho about that baby ti say Barbara Aisha ayisi all the dog don fe beka no kwesi ada say enkoye manampa we luzu ni seat no obi ti say George Anda luzu ni seat Anthony Kabu enu nkofo be predicting so be lose because independent candidate na obehye mu ma Kabu to me win ye no we free race ni mu support NDC afa ntokwa kakra so ba ono ne party chairman ye so okoje ne card ne ensem bebre kra e wo honom and then you have some of the constituencies nkofo lose ye Katrina Feku ya confirm say honom ankoye ama no NDC MPC bi so free mu na one of the constituencies won Kumewu I no so akofa and say baby we are surprised about omo lose omo seats bi no
as say wo fa obia baako obia ne hawo
okay
obia ne dadwen obia ne nia ankoyi obi wo ho a ye regime no ho abufuo na ye de regime no ho insuo adware no obi nso wo ho a enam se bia ye imposu candidate bi anase wanye ne niema yi ewo ne constituency no ena ma bibisa ebae na obi nsusu wo ho a within the constituency no ebia na NDC no represent a better candidate oba Kabu dia ahun se Kabu mi se mfunso bi mistake bi ekoso won na nasem oya madamfo na wo hwe senia na nasem ha me the last time na kasa ahun se no akɔhye constituency wa che na msi ade anya wo dia pa na wo pese woje on by mistake bi aba wo side na wo pese etena ho na ne ye na edin anso obo no homodin a George Anda matise nkofo bebre ono ni one MP a matise olusu ye anso olusu ye na nkofo ebosi minim ni ode ye amanfo I don't know how he related with people but ono ni MPship okọ one term a yeto abatia no wo se nkofo abosi bebre se eyomode ono nambere bi oye campaign
hwan de George Anda
oye campaign ode ne yere ne mma ko gina ayi platform so obisa se ombisa hana tete se nikunu we he I thought that was so way below the belt into no na enye me won se han tete nua no e bae so no so ba be kire no etiwa kakra am so mo se ne kasa and relationship even though he's a marketer no the way he relates with people no enye correct and na Barbara Ashesi ono de mention that antiase I'm sure that they presented NDC presented a better candidate ono ne atukujo so baby owo no na me
onya sure say running mate na prof unia be my dog don say NDC running mate Professor Jane na no pokwa my free area ho nti ono abamu de enya de na MVP
I'm sure the candidate that was presented by the NDC or a better in terms of bibia ebia and support or war and bibia and other things na wo hwe atukujo nso a ono so na ekunfi papa we mre fi ne din samfantini
Kuntu
Blankson na no na hwe Kuntu Blankson na honestly wo di Kuntu Blankson si ho the pedigree na senior no represent the constituency na atukujo bae na madwin mu no me feel say he benefited from the goodwill of the MPP at the time 2016 on one kasa de na menjin this on any day no he can win against a credible candidate from the other political party you know wo hwe omu nyina na papa Mutawakilu
yes
ono de no say Abujina Ponom Incumbency ana ehun sika ne ne omo de niam awurem enti na amem so onua ne ni so ane ebiri na ene ha kakra na ono so
Katrina Feku
Katrina Feku so elusu ye ono no minim se ne nkakra wa bia bi
Samuel
Ayepe soko
Ayepe so wa check kakra
Ayepe soko
what is surprising is
you
say area ho krobi ohoye fe okota
Kota
Kota ni krom ho
na ano chairman of Roads and Transport
Committee I'm wondering nti want to me and lobby minister no kakra mpo say anka obetumi aboa ma say few kilometers via koma koye because then once our chairman of the committee no on the minister no be wo twaka bi and now say the same party nti me say when to me it sounds funny, but it's not funny. Say you cry your friend Kota.
Some media houses because documentary because honoma obi awu cry no me dey not na so. And but I mean say or suffer from the syndrome of chairman of a transport committee because Western region honorable Boampong. Bia also Dwaboso. E wan na odi MP no a chairman. On one committee the same road effect ya no me do no fear akonya eso. The same road effect. I pay so constituency just kwan nye emo maka bisu so a otwe na emma na nkofo de ato aba
but so otwe na emma na make say there must be something wrong say he was in a privileged position anka say nipa dodo na be pre ekwan akomukru anka say ono should be one of the first few how betumi influence my ye bibi
okay
tell me say it sounds funny but it's not funny
okay
say krodin di Kota nso Kota ni kromo nti at least omo to me ye kakra mpo a na ya ka say obo ne homodin no wanya ni nyina na say kura sa so de some of them you know them in person say obi ti say
Imano Kofi Boa Elembele
I think he was a fine gentleman,
very fine gentleman.
Why the two no CPP na say
Lembele na nke CPP seat na
say Samia san ko ho meboa
Samia ko
Jomoro
ono na wedia from 2008 2012 2016 and as I say we lose no yeah
Kwesi Bonzo
yes
debut
way 2016 results 2016 me pull up 2020 results na mom said about ibe hu said e ho de no etie
fear electorate
but obi ti say minister tourism minister
about then clear
tourism minister no you see President Nana Akufo-Addo em say ade bako a you see oye a ne fa bibi no ne fa bibi nso so no enye e de say you see when he develops trust in you. Now, so or the two maybe show on side. You see, it's a government that doesn't like reshuffle. Or the two me show on side on pet reshuffle. Cry until so one year reshuffle la oh. Ye hu baby a obi or baby or share no. Anka ne na hu ode ne nim de no. Ebetumi aye dwuma papa or another area. So one year reshuffle la oh. Mami omo ne ko share omo ne yes minor e de ne be share. On name say tourism na enyema no because
wanya ade ana
oh yeah minjindi say na ade ana yete ne nka bi say oye
compared to Katrina Feku
or Catherine at least na Catherine na at home na yete ne nka oh yete ne nka ne bi a oye within the tourism industry na yete tete ne bi oye mama mi de na akoye too quiet, too dull, and too bit no. Oh, say ye minister. Now say unya sa challenges here. Yeah, it will be as challenges also reflecting on the way people see you in the constituency. Oh, so we a minister. Now say we working hard to excel. It will be your excellence as a minister no it to me a blindfold call for any kakra our constituency we say onya de kra or a minister or to me yes say but na me hu so
you ever other places for instance titles new quarter global honorable Ibrahim Rauf Tanko when on something ahinya problem parliament asumbo be mo wa back to parliament friend saying Crow ono so lose his seat Okoboy there very sad.
What may have gone wrong along the coast?
Kukufor will regret this decision Okoboy but mama call Techima Mra you know abema entry MPP lawyers no file court actions this year ye ka say against the okoso Techima entry but me say mo akwa be dey na say MPP lawyers no ye Techima no
oh bim ready me I think I may be free one me who say omo lawyer MPP lawyer abedran ho e de nkrata bia ma yisi driver baako na won person obeje ene wo catch say we dey so woje enti na wono ne you know odi otu car ni di na chi a woni yisi driver na ekọ yisi na akache menim de you know me busa lawyer na wo catch me say injunction motion ene mo file enti I don't know assembly nyina no sabe wo si bono boa e bia kopim yisi enti ene de I'm thinking you lawyer nanka ono anka etmachretre ninsem
but say just yenya rate no copy ansa na ehun ade kra omo ye because statement of you know affidavit kro no ye be hu we ni nyina wom
me pa sign said you say
enti patcho sanka onya photocopy na de breya na chese omo de injunction to resource so na patcho lawyers omo ye MPP lawyers and say NDC lawyers no omo de injunction to so no
me pa so say
NDC lawyers and MPP lawyers
MPP lawyers
okay okay patcho na police commander ne ben wo ne e musa ni chechemu tear gas any tuo anatuo e no mo fire wo Techima ho na no so ye clarification was asem no so patcho e benya ne no akasa na
me patcho ye benya no me ben no
yo e busa for ye no abema entry ene ye tenenka e wo Techima no e ho e na manso asi e wo resource no a MPP ne NDC votes na ben den 49000 kakra bi ene guso electoral commission penny for ene o mo kasa e chese o mo de resource na no mo declare no there were 2 polling stations are returning officer ni free ho ba no mo kobo no ene na ma assemble no ba mo de o nya pink sheet no ene o mo de collect results ba kwa we no mo declare basa enti ene ba answer hello Penny good afternoon good evening Enyumre
good evening Pacho o since me de man
yo Penny kase am good evening ni akwa ba
yeah
Penny ya dasi am money adwuma mo ye wo ho mo control situation no e wo ho ba na nsema ye tete ne chese etu akasa wo Techima Penny ye sra wa wadama mo na mo ye in charge of security betimi a che mu de course wo ho
etu kasa because some are easy declare parliamentary results no ankwama NDC no omo chita for bebre ebo hwi omo BCG yeah the collation center here omo the money board to board at some point the ground omo confronted Rosie Bonnie soldier for no be and be grambo epese omo edu omo tuni ade enti no na ye hwa indi makwan isa enti yenso yes ati etutu said e be ya ebe pam omo andi achi na ye hu se ni baba ho atofem aha no omo crop no efa no ko hospital
it's your Penny a warning shot na mo fire na say mo fire to enipa no emu na rubber bullet na say live bullet
warning shot yes na minim etuo no baby a free buy is a Rosie vote is a military vote and so omo anso branzo the netuo bi nso say omo bi ho nso but I know say etuo ana eka ba ko a otifefem
na ba enti obani na je say untumi confirm ma ye say etuo na eka nipa kro na otehwe ye no eye police photo eye military photo ana say civilian bi e no to ye ba unim say wo officers in there mo fire warning shots
yes warning shot na ye the air pump enipa no a na omo abohwi ba be say no ma wo collation center ha no
okay okay openi na eno so ebe hia investigation because warning shot dey say kan kanipa eti dey kan nipa na say ebia na free baby we but openi ubetimi confirm my pass e no kra why na ma order ne say em fire into nipa no na ye disperse crowd no but why order ye wo dey
fortunately, my free hand me go. I could charge me from my betting hand last night. Up to that time.
Okay.
And you know, I know.
Na abani we in charge ben na na wo bi ase wo kwa bia wo beje wo chairman charge bi. Unim order na ode man say o fire warning shot and pa na say.
Na me ni had but I know say order no e say more fire warning shot. Obi any ho no mo a obeka say more tutuo no mfa nipam say AK o to fa nipam a e bit me hit nipa be 5 6 7 atwaso.
Okay. Okay. But penny mo to tear gas at any point ana.
Yeah to be
mo to tear gas kan ho. Okay. But penny oba back obe share situational report ni se trepa on sakan no. When who say nipa ba ko na e confirm so we free mu ana se mienu.
Matise Baako the top from Baako the top.
Okay. No, apparently say see ade asumdua ba ho de.
I had my idea right after that na ensuo started say talk kiti and the ensuo no so be boy am disperse nipa no.
Okay.
Ama hanom ajo. Ye hu se nipa bi abobo chengu je jina ha baako de but efana ko.
Okay.
90% of them have left. Yeah.
Okay. Opinion ye na say na yesrewa asemu ye investigation ni wi a na anka yesa kan report na bia akomatoyem so aba e wo honom. Ye na wase bebre ene adwuma a waye de amaye no. Ye da ase papa. Police commander wo techiba ho ne na atwetwe nkobo opinion ni chese ampa shots were fired. Fire shots, any tear gas. Now because enipa a domaji boom, ebegu collection center. No more attack electoral commission officers. They do baby cry police for any soldier for you no cry. Kwaje. Incident when he say fire now de disperse and also de titi nipa intem no say antu etuo bia antu nipa nim. Tuni nyina wo wiem. Warning shots na fire inti there. Aka nipa no nim baby efre ebeka nipa no. Yo mankasa investigation said about mbewu nyina decision time election 2020 and ye dey bro live our despite media platforms I would do ha UTV your live our Shepherds Abeka Junction and mpedifo akese analysis na che parties no DNT and ankofo nkonya bebre parliamentary seats every woman sa DNT and ebi mu enwo kire omo DNT de ebi mu de omo ebo homa de ebi mu gi seats ewo baabi ni nyina beka ho asema baba ye hye obo say yen electoral commission just said the electoral commission are certified pe and ye dey ebetu mani mama mu nyina mo hu de esem no ekoso no pedifo yen santo aso studio anu me nsema na ye ka no
Major Derek Odro
the role o person ye come back to the role
no obono
ono de ono obono hu mode ba constituency level one na o kan asem
constituency level me ko twam ho ba ko nia meti ye se na no credit a constituency fo na se ne nsase ye din nyame meti ye no na mentiase se sebi se obi MP a na se wo se ubetumi ama onsase aye mra manipa bebrebe 20,000 30,000 na se ehin na obenya saa saa hoode no obenya wen saa eniama sika no obenya wen na ade aye saa adoye na nipa na ehwehwe no the expectations perhaps were quite high but wayebi tada bi so ese ye ti ase ese nipa hofuno nti untumi nkoye MP 16 years 20 years na to unfum nipa bia eden a obi beba beka se ne yenso omoso nhwe let's have new ideas fresh blood and order nti won ban sheda anya won wapi some of them had to make way say na be ya yebehu others so because me sheda nyintum say beka se for the purposes of experience say na beba na say anya ne permanent because obi ankwa obi mma ne yakase odon so yade nti edu ba bi a esese bi ko but na ne wonwa ene omo a obedi 4 years pe na naduma na anso ani nti na yato abanatia no ananse se ne edi kan hu in some of the constituencies na ho na nkasa nya omu seat na wantwu bi a see one opponent camp nti na ofa ho de wini ye obi ti say atokujo for this government the first factory omu see here ewo ekunfi ho ekujus nti na obi nim say anka sa factory no mkosi ho being the first of their flagship program no can no betumi aboa no ma watumi maintain city no but and also anko basa I shall see
my doc mbremo ho doc o predict the major Derrick mo research hu so be lose
men kai on men kai
okay but you want say we free man
yeah me on pa because you
say a doc ka say active pa
the man ye me wan say wo hwe sa empomu ho na Kintampo no north and this is stronghold pa na Kintampo south so sa na netie na udifiri ho a na wo batachiman sorry oban kranza baby a wo no kranza north na ko south na say kranza hene ahon mu nyina ye na asase akopem Kintampo no
okay
na say the misin say last you know Kintampo jimasa do no omu ye omu komu ya agi city no every NDC system ana esemenya ntie say finally no e de omu agi to omu timi gi sa city no for the first time no na eye menwanwa say baby ayo omu stronghold say Nkranza north no omu be lose no boko so sa ene even baby ayo omu stronghold say Nkranza north I mean omu lose easily no because enye menwanwa na me because hono no nkro bi na ewo hono ma omu for many on the papa bia no they say amwatene ya okay
amwatene no hono free
amwatene
MPP candidate onya problem no
ya on Derrick ebe
tu no
so what I say and hono has been a stronghold of
MPP
for very long south one ebrebi omu lose ye baako so na sisi e koba say omu lose ni mi enu nyina ama atebubu so ure mo no na wo kosaasa de ho omu sa lose ho aka ho no ye yi kaka ba mami kaza atebubu de nkra de man nyem nwanze ho no
atebubu sanja nanja
atebubu amanten ho no
atebubu amanten
ho no president Mahama ene wini ye unze no na ye kasafa sis bia
skirt and blouse
exactly enu bi no de ya na nyem nwanwa papa ba papa sa papa na oba no ene one ahemfo no ene ahema ne nsam no menim ekwaya obefa so no omo betena ho ba da uhwe mu unze bebrebe wom Krachi East
ya kan Krachi East asem
o say unze no I can say on be lose because na Mahama etimu kakra na as papa no pen no mo pen asem na ka say beje one na fa ko edisa I dey no ya ba ba bi aye me nwanwa kakra pa MPP etimi I retain I don't know whether you have it here Salaga South the man here me wan say me ko da ho na kromofo no bu afu pa ye ko ye interviews no mo bu afu pa de na mo manya abufuhye kese ni say new region ne ba no mo bi say Salaga na the biggest town nti ho na on person kan enva regional capital no ko ba o hwe mu pa o hwe map no he ba bia Salaga wona
na Salaga South results in ba wa ha okay me ko back me refresh na for ya
okay any hono no baby ana me wo no 7-6 no e wo Savannah region 9 pp a wini mu 4
okay
na e me wa pa
because my research na mpeke so mbe wini
no na de me hu say omu be appreciate in terms of the presidential but na Salaga na you omu when seat we predicted say they were going to lose
okay
to ma wini asa wini Salaga north asa wini da mango ana kuro ba ku bi o de ho de nse danye me wanwa because ho no kwa bi a MPP je no na nya asabutwa mu ye kwankese bi ama na wura mu honom akwa tamale because no mo say de obekwa tamale o yise wa ba uba bebe ebe biem me Kumasi road tina ekwa no wa answer na I say it's so short
so the vote was based on road no
yeah road no was very big road omo ya ebekwa ama some person would call am wale mo ne soro nyina akra na that road could lead you there na wo hwe nkro na mekokọ ase na ne ne kwa na ye fa so in fact ma men kan say ka ye de kokra na du ba bi no ye gina aka no enante fa forma because that was so hard I'm using the car na sa baby to say ne unya kwankese bi sa enye me nwa say
okay esi
o ma change o ma
Professor Jampo any first shockers bi o hono ma wo expect answer na results ni na ba for 275 constituencies no bibi o hono ma constituency bi o gidi say shocker kese be si wo ho ana
oh emese ne be ya na
aye no
aye you
de be ya na aye no de be si ya na esi no
aye na ebe me wanwa kakra say sani anema koyi ne ebe shock me kakra me expect say sani maka obebi no this election should be a victory for one political party with a taste of defeat and then a defeat for another political party with a taste of victory. In that case, that may can say me person me who a certain parliament the ruling party wouldn't have majority. So that will mark the beginning of proper quality, good governance in Ghana. When we say anyasa ne be me one kakra, ebe san ye me yakakra because he say ni akoba ne say ni obi wini presidency no ono ano sa really majority in parliament. Nti esa na president no aye political king kong nia obeka no ena ye mbra obi an challenge no. There is no constitutionalism. You can say constitutionalism a say de bia no as I say to me be wo ho a ebe check the exercise of another to me. You see power must be there to fetter or to bridle or to counter the exercise of power. That's what we call constitutionalism. In 1992 constitution, it doesn't promote constitutionalism. It gives all powers to the executive arm of government. And you know, at the parliament, for instance, nanka ye say and come to me ejina na president no eya de carry Nigeria bra Obluk Shegu Obasanjo eka say opese oko third term in office no ye bisa so opese oko o say God will decide and na omode call Nigerian parliament. The party had majority there, but the party looked at him and said, Mr. President, you may mean well, but we cannot support this. I cannot imagine me who be that say a parliament since 1992 or me to share executive arm of government and also my share executive president I deal with the yen support be PRA be fear executive be on my support na say nya woni ni nti omo yesa woni we a member of parliament na yesa appoint to minister na mokotena se na mo share policies bia eko parliament untumi enko oposu what I say that is number one yeah one na mo share ade no what the parliament untumi enko oposu omokra de omokra ya omo ye calm na omo ye meka omo ye bibria in a manner that sometimes you wonder say na we no ina ntie to aba mom and omo ne sankofo na ono no onya ministerial appointment bia anote wo ne mpa ebo obo ane say minister bi either so obewu ana say minister obenya asem ana minister bi ebeyi ne di bibi ba na yasesa no na yasesa na eno no president in TV chi na or share the more waka no the more you get here you say the more you improve your chances of benefiting from the ministerial appointment or deputy ministerial appointment. In this uncle for no omuye classy ministers no members of parliament no. In that case no parliament is unable to play its role as a countervailing authority to the powers of the executive. Now yenya a kind of parliament ubi so as president na ubi so as the ubi so control majority in parliament. Hona real politics o say to the bia omo ye deliberations nyema bills bebre wo ha parliament are passing into law. Sometimes we shall be says adi omo dwen hu ye pa adi omo most of the times we won't say believe one as parliament eko pebosia be na efi obi hairdressing salon. Yes, so at the time that the minority had worked out they say minority person work out majority for be some say mo person mo kwa na mbeza mkwa na yen goodbye mo yema tumo kwa mo say bye you na omo atonyum eja mo kwan fem but base ye wo parliament majority no enfi the ruling government even it will impact on the quality of people who are even appointed as ministers.
Okay.
Yet me appointee obi a to be a minister be appointed no now to compare another minister be appointed now say and yet excessive partisanship that in my view breeds political madness anka sapa mami another sapa pay anka we dey yemfa me now so obeko parliament no Parliament is supposed to filter, it's supposed to vet. Vetting, just say, yeah, sometimes as part of vetting, could me show before.
Yeah, but I do vetting. Okay, said you're vetting, no. Just to test him. A Jaco vetting, the same thing.
Bra, na me what I, you know, your more interview be a panel no them account. Now, me rule, they said, me bisa question be a applicant, no, or tia, na, either said with. Na mambe erebi bisa no question was interview me nye bi ma mensuo me no no mensuo no ye test your temperament and your emotional intelligence and all that when you say parliament for a test you so be na majority for no omo to me to ball ma obi a ebisa no question to ball no a chest no abon 2000 say yeah two questions questions are questions are any critical questions are enim just to be able to pass the person into the bia no to the bia obon say ban me mean but even the caliber of people you assemble as ministers no to the bia na
prof mami sami ya meto as ebusia from mami fan call Western Virginia correspondent Katrina Feku former minister for tourism the constituency because ekofo bi nti omho asese chenchen weluzu ne seat Charles mame ma akwa babe ubetimi amaye amana ekoso ewo valujura abato beso aso ana
enyo motu madam papa dream lady so far no yaba valujura yenya yenyim de Catherine nanke ono na awodo sesam yorokete wetu na adedo ma oye NDC candidate be no way say award na figures on oye MPP Catherine Afeku ono onya oye 16,341
okay
16,341 na NDC ono so onya oye 19,941 NDC onya 19,942 19,942 ba them eyimda hade yenya gumusuma onya kakra wa ha
gumunya he
gumunya oye 1,274
gum nenya
1,274 ewo avare dura constituency
but parliamentary results na gumunya sa
onya dama no pepepe
okay that be a very dey ba ewo evaluate gum kwantumi nya sa ba my presidential nere
presidential no okay mama ma we presidential no yeah MPP when you 17,287 17,287 na NDC 19,820 na hade gum presidential when you 1,145
gum
for gum.
I see na but gum for wa ba ho be ye campaign bi wo ho ma na de or protest vote na abede
nyimpa na wo chede ogina wo ho no wo fe loko ono otumo oye yipa oye young guy bi best ni nsem ye oye socialization and nkofo nyim no wo oye azim pa o chede oba na ya na the way on your boys to dey with the baby what we be obi no want na olobo na the young boy always that inti import them no na chere ai de ko na gasa no penasa papa inti no nam do mo tumo dinya such result to be defeat oye parliamentary and presidential yima oye gumu no inti mo wa hade ni na tedama mekan no yegudo a yere kan tapa sesa tapa na quiet ya sesa no e ba hade ya soja kwa we gbogbo hade no meka chewa what bro 300 the man the police supposed to be about 200 wo gbogbo hade ya wole hwede abano wo boba problem ya in wa kan for good 3 times fourth one wole kan and at around 8 o'clock in ye na yesna na wa kana menyimri ya about 20 say option in every 8 not said them ladies yatna from some sort of observers na isi nankasa party agent no chere ya tena form paakor for 24 hours yan sorry nko be biara mo nya inde bi o wa se chede bi o economy su ana bibi dam na kwa na ba Gamana wait to what up ha to say you look at it.
Just on do you normal. People sometimes 2 months in from 2 days now. I didn't find them. It's all for democracy. Aye. You must say about champions this year. That's papa. You must for you near Bema. You a Western region here. Tell Honorable Catherine Afeku, one and former tourism minister, we're losing the seats. You know, into 2 tourism ministers in Omunina Yamutu. Oma luzu omo a seat. Ya nani by breaking news from Techima. You back Techima back. Near 2 na kasa hono. Breaking news. Nipa na 2 car no or tosumi no. Yanya no breaking news. Is anti Daniel Wabasia. Na fe yedi dia kana ba beto asama live. Ewo UTV decision time election 2021 mania any day ebro no.